folks. Just popped out for probably 2 or 3 hours this afternoon. See if we can find anything in this field. It's been good in the past, but it's been detected an awful lot, so there's not going to be a lot of finds, but I've got a first one here, so let's show you this one anyway. I was just digging a 12 signal, thankfully only shallow, probably 4 or 5 inches, and we've got a little button. I think it's one of those general military service buttons. Yep, once we found something anyway. Actually, I think it's just the front of one by the look of it. Yep. I've only walked about 6 foot from that button, and we've got another signal reading 16 to 18. Very shallow again. And we've got a musket ball. Slightly misshapen. I'm not sure it's been fired or whether it's just been damaged. Anyway, we've got something else. Great stuff. I've just been scraping away a little 14 signal. Shallow, and it's stony again. Lots of rock in the ground. And I've just dug this up. Sorry for the wind noise. Now that looks as if it might be, and I'm being a bit ambitious here possibly, but well, I'm wondering if that could be part of a Saxon brooch. Unfortunately, I've just nicked it with a screwdriver. Couldn't really help it. It was such a narrow hole. Now I've got a couple of brooches already, Saxon brooches. One's a cruciform brooch, and it's got a bit of the bottom end broken off. And I'm just wondering if that could be, well, it's a long shot, but could it be part of the same brooch? It was, the brooch that I found before was probably about 60 yards from here. But obviously, if it is indeed a Saxon brooch, it's been in the ground for probably 1,500 years, or thereabouts anyway. What do you think, guys? Is it part of a brooch? It's definitely got some decoration to it. It's definitely some sort of copper alloy. I may be horribly wrong, but I can't think what else that is. Obviously, I'll compare it to the other brooch when I get home later on. That could be a nice find, that. Could be. So I've just remembered I got the magnifying glass. So I thought I'd show you, or try and show you a close-up of this, what I think is a part of a brooch, Saxon brooch. It's got some dot patterns to it. I can't tell if this is focusing very well, guys, but I apologise if it isn't. I'll turn it over and show you the other side. No idea if this is focusing or not, sorry. Trying to get the shadow off it. I'm pretty convinced that could be part of a Saxon brooch, you know. Yep, very happy with that find, very happy. Well, I'm having to switch the frequency. There's quite a lot of interference. I think there's a phone mast nearby. Sorry for any wind noise, folks. It's very noisy at the moment. Got a 20 signal here in amongst some iron. It's just a little button, but it's got some silvering on one side, some gilding. Quite a tiny button. Don't know how old that is. Yep, little button. Well, I've dug a couple of more modern coins, a penny and a 20p piece. Sorry for the noise, very windy. I've just had a signal here, a really jumpy one actually. It was low numbers up to the 20s. It's probably going to be a button, I think. Looking at that, I would guess. It's only shallow, it's quite stony again underneath. Yeah, it's just a button this time. What was that 3 or 4 buttons I've had now. Tom back button. Well, it's a find anyway. Nothing more. No, I've had a moo tube as well. Yep, so just a tom back button. I'm sorry for the wind noise again, guys. It is quite blustery today. I was just chatting to the landowner, a really nice fellow actually. I do know him quite well. And he just showed me a few more fields at the top end of that field I was in the last bit of video. There's a small section of field here which hasn't been done before. Some of the grass is quite long. I'll give it a go anyway. Anyway, I've just had a signal here in a little orchard. So I haven't picked it up yet, but let's show you this. Sorry for any camera shake, by the way. I forgot to bring me gimbal today. So it's only probably 4 inches deep, maybe 5 inches. It was 15 to 17 signal. I'm getting a lot of interference at the moment. I've got power lines directly above me. There's a phone mast a couple of fields away as well, so I'm having to switch the frequencies up and down. At the moment I'm in 15. You can see the Nox is going up and down with the signal by itself there. It's not even moving. So I'm getting a lot of that, so I'm keep changing frequencies, so reading the numbers out probably isn't going to make a lot of sense because it's going to vary a little bit from the frequencies. That's what we found. Look, we've got a bit of a buckle there. I'm not sure on date on this. I've had something similar I think before. I'm not sure. I think that could be fairly old actually. It's obviously broken. It's a spectacle buckle, isn't it? It's got some little lobes on the end. Yeah, I'll have to research that one later on. I'm not going to guess at a date now, because I'll probably be wrong. But that's a nice little find. It's probably the oldest find so far, I think. Great, let's carry on. Well, I've just jumped locations. Thought I'd give this field a quick try before I go home. Just had a 14 signal. A little bit of a buckle rather. I don't think it's particularly old, that one. I've had a couple of shotgun caps, so it's nice to find a buckle. The other buckle I gave to the landowner from the last place, so he can keep all of that and do a bit of research as well. Right. I've just picked up a 12 signal just below the surface, about an inch. Don't know what it is. Surprise, surprise. Well, this magnifying glass will work. It's corroded, but it looks like it's got some signs of some sort of pattern on it. Is that? I don't know if that's focusing or not really, but probably isn't. No, it's not helping much, is it? The other side's fairly plain. Yeah, 12 signal that. I have no idea what it is. Absolutely no idea. Something though. A artifact of something. Just walking down this slope. Another surface find. It's only a button. Got some decoration on it. A bit of silvering at one point. Broken, but it's a find. It's just nice to be finding stuff, you know, rather than modern stuff. So yeah, it's all right. We're getting something anyway. Well, surprise, surprise. Look what we've got. We have. Not focusing. A little spoon. Now that, I think that could be silver. Very badly mangled. That might be silver, you know. It's got to be. Very small, isn't it? Excuse me. It's very small, very thin. I'll have a good look at that when I get home, see if there's any hole marks on it. It's about the size of a teaspoon, isn't it? Well, it's complete. I don't know if there's any holes in it anywhere. Yeah, I reckon that could be silver. Great stuff, excellent. Something nice. 21 signal down here. Just flip the soil over, scraped out the side, and there we have it. I haven't touched it yet. Yeah, looks like another coin. Looks like a very worn coin. Yeah, I'm not seeing much at all. No, I'm afraid I think it could be blank. Yeah, this I'm just on the edge of this field here, and it's been, they tried to cultivate it, tried to scrape it up, but the ground was too dry at the time. But it's actually, even though they've only scraped it, it's given me some more signals, because I have been up and down this field before, and particularly this edge as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when they cultivate the field at the far corner, because you're going to put grass in it, and they told me I'll be okay to go on that. Yeah, what was that? 23ish, was it that one, I think? 21, I can't remember now. Right, okay. I'm still walking back to the car. Nearly there. Very loud 1920 signal. And it's that thing. Doesn't look particularly old, does it? No patina on it. Don't know what it is. If you know, please let me know. Yeah, I don't know. Broken, whatever it is. Right, here are the finds. By the way, I had lots of junk. All sorts of garbage there. Shotties, wire. You name it, I think I found it. Right, the other stuff. We had a couple of, well, I'll say coins because there's virtually nothing on them at all. So I don't know what they were. Probably Georgian. 1700s, 1800-ish, something like that. But they've had it. Modern coin. I think that's a strap slider, isn't it, that? Looks like it could be made out of pewter. It's quite corroded and crumbly. Yeah, I did say buckle in the video, but it's not. It's a strap slider. Not sure what that is. It's got 4 holes in it like a button would have, but it's got a hook on the bottom. So possibly something to do with clothing. I don't really know, to be fair. Another modern coin. Brass button. Yeah, no decoration apart from a ring around the outside. That's just another button. An older looking button. One with a bit of decoration on the front of it. A silvering. Another silvered button there. I picked that up because I thought it was different. The nameplate off some machinery or something or other. Dursley Lister, made in England. What's this? Because I haven't got a clue what that is. I think it's made out of copper. Doesn't look particularly old, but I thought I'd ask you, see what you think it might be. Because I don't know. Lead weight, spindle wall possibly. Loom weight rather, could be anything like that, I'm not sure. Smaller hole in the top, bigger hole in the bottom. I did try and video this, but I messed up the the actual footage. So yeah, it could be anything from Roman up to medieval, late medieval even. That was an interesting find. Didn't have a clue what it was when I found it, but I've had an ID now from Electus at the metal detecting forum, and that is a Saxon strap end. So that's 8th, 9th century. So that's a lot older than I thought it was. You probably can't see in the video, but there's some signs of some decoration there. And that's, I'm told, is called Niello inlay. Niello. So it would have been quite nice looking when it was new. Yeah, lovely find that. Over 1,000 years old. And that one, part of a Saxon cruciform brooch. But it's nothing to do with the one that I've already found. Different design altogether. So that tells me there's at least another one brooch in the ground to yet be recovered. At least one of the brooch. So there must have been some other burials there. So I'm very pleased with that find. This last one I'm here didn't do any video from this particular hunt, but this was one of the earlier hunts. But since the last video, we've got my first hammered coin of this year. It's a Richard II penny, so dated 1377 to 1399. So it's very worn, but it was a lovely find. It was only a 12 signal, that. Yeah. So there we go. There's a find. Right. I've gone back to my computer and started to edit the video and remember that I've forgotten about this little silver spoon. I don't know. Losing my marbles. Right, anyway, it is silver. Now I've actually emailed some photos of this to my Flo, and she says it's possibly treasure, because it could well be over 300 years old and it's made of precious metal, or at least more than 10% precious metal. Now she thinks it's either late Stuart, which is 1603 to 1714, or Georgian, which is 1714 to 1830. So it may well be classed as treasure. So I've got to get some more photos and send them in to her, and she'll start the treasure process and let the museum decide if they think it's treasure or not. Yeah, so it's got some initials on this. Where are they? Yeah, they're on the back there. You won't be able to see this now, but the initials are MS. Now the lettering looks sort of Georgian, so it may not be quite as old as she thinks, but we'll see anyway. And it's got some sort of design just above where the stem attaches to the bowl. You can't see that in this light. Yeah, so that was another lovely find. My first ever silver spoon. Right folks, that's it for another video. Didn't find a lot of stuff, but I had a few nice, sort of interesting finds there. Well, artifacts mainly, but still good to find them. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks for leaving a comment if you have. I always appreciate your comments. And of course, any help on the ID of some of the finds. Until next time, take care.